Hello, it's me, Ariza Gaming. We're back with some more Oxygen Not Included today. Hope you're doing well, Ayla Avo. We are doing Slicksters today, I promise. We meant to do them yesterday, but we rescued a hatch instead. It's all good. But yeah, let's crack on. What's the plan? What's the plan, Stan? Yeah, here's the hatch. Lonely little guy at the moment. He is now cozy, he is tame, he is groomed. Good boy overall. Should definitely lay out a couple of eggs before they die, so I'm pretty sure we're going to get our stone hatch population up and running, so that should be good. I think we're overdue skill points. Let's give people a load of skill points. There are many skill points available now. So I am probably going to run out of things to give people. That's fine. We'll see how we go. I'm quite looking forward to never having to look at this screen again. But it is a thing that we need to do. Also, actually, I'd tell a lie. We got 70 morale at Bert. That's pretty good. I tell a lie, because we're actually going to print more dupes. I'm pretty sure we're going to print more dupes anyways. Just a couple. We got to get Higby here. We got to get Higby, and we got to get... do we have Maya? I don't think we have a Maya. Yeah, we got to get them involved. And we have some extra room in the base, apparently. We just made a load of bedrooms. So I should at least consider it. Yeah, for you guys, morale is more or less optional at this point because of the brain machine, but that's fine. I'm going to get very confused about who's actually skilling up into what and who actually needs points. So that's why I thought I'd just front load it all today. I will get some pyrotechnics dupes just in case we need to. Somehow George isn't actually fully skilled up yet. That's interesting. Liam. Sure, have some research. Lindsay, research. Digging. Okay. Mechatronics for Lord Fart Squad. I still don't get why I have two Lord Fart squads. I've clearly forgotten the lore behind this colony. Meep can have research. Max, I think you're all good. Meep, I think you're all good too. Yeah. And exosuit training for... Why does Meesmort not have exosuit training? What? You were the last one. Congratulations. Let's do a Meesmort. Right, Neo is definitely done. Otto, you can have mechatronics. I'm building. I mean, not that you're doing anything, but you should probably have at least some building just in case of an emergency. The sleepers do actually do tasks if they have yellow alerts going on. If they have yellow, just generally, the color. You know? Yep, there's all the bonics. Okay, I think we're pretty close to done. I think we actually are done. Good. Wow, there you go. You were just in the sauna having a good time. That's good. Right, yeah. So, Slicksters. We have a Slickster. Actually, we have 3 Slicksters. They're not here. They're here. We now actually have an adult Goobit. We have 3 adult Goobits. They live to 100 cycles. They're wild at the moment. Their body temperature is currently 87.6 degrees. We need to get them a little bit hotter to get Molten Slickster eggs. That's going to be the aim for today, is to just get them in a situation where they're producing Molten Slicksters. Let's remove this gas pump for the CO2 rocket. We don't need that anymore. Now, what I want to do, just for now, is I want to fit a ranch in this block. It doesn't have to be perfect. We have got 204 tiles in here. So I'm thinking we can... Well, we've got more than that. We could probably fit 2 full-sized Slickster ranches in here, in this gap. So let's think about how we're going to go do that. Do I want to just put everything at base level? It depends, because... It's not going to be exact anyways, because... I mean, how would it even look tile-wise if we were going to do this? So the actual ranch space, that's 96 tiles. I don't think we want to mess around with this bottom layer. So I think what we'll do is we will actually do it up to the mesh tile here. And I think what I want to do is I want to put airflow tiles here. We want most of the ranch to be airflow tiles. Maybe we just put the one ranch for now. I don't want to go absolutely crazy on this yet. We have to come up with an overall optimal design for this. What I want to do, because I haven't seen anyone do this on YouTube, I want a design where we're not shuffling in slicksters with critter drop-offs. I want the slicksters to find their own way to the ranches, which I think probably means that we have some kind of egg delivery system or something. But I don't think we're going to figure that out today. I think today the main focus is just going to be actually getting the Molten Slicksters likely to occur. And maybe we will do two side by side in the same area, just so that one can start full of Slicksters, then the Molten Slicksters can go into the other room, and then we can shuffle the Molten Slicksters back. I don't think I want any regular Slicksters, because we should be able to generate enough heat to deal with everything pretty easily. So let's think about what this is going to look like. I think we will just airflow tile the whole thing. And yeah, we're not going to do anything down here. There is a hot carbon dioxide vent down here. Right. Have we learned our lesson? No. We can't actually tile this water out. We can't pump it out. I think what we're actually going to have to do is just open up the steam area very quickly. This will inject some heat into the situation. I'm sure this is worthwhile doing. So if we deconstruct this tile and then rebuild it immediately, is that going to succeed in clearing all of this? And I'll just rebuild it with a normal tile to start. And then that can be made out of sedimentary rock, because that's right nearby. Right, okay, so now let's see what happens if you just build a sedimentary rock tile right here. We're off to a good start. So that should start to flow down here. It is currently flowing down here, that's good. Okay, I don't think I actually need you to be that quick. But I will need you to come down here once the level drops. So the steam temperature is dropping here. We're letting a lot of the water through. That's flowing very quickly. I believe it's just heat. I wonder how that's happened. Hold on. I'm not sure that it's the obvious answer, you know. The geyser is apparently hot. But I don't think that's what's caused it. I think we are getting a leak here. It doesn't look like it. But that must be what's happening. It looked like a momentary thing. I need to... Okay, hold on. Right, let's replace this first. Yeah, let the Slicksters flow out a little bit. That's fine. Right, priority 9 this. So we know this is going to be Slickster Central. So I think what we do is we put the doors here. We put all the ranch stuff in here. This is all going to be mesh tile. And then we're going to put more doors here. Wait, is that actually what we wanted? No. We wanted to go here. And then keep this airflow tile. And then this is just going to be a big oil tank. And I think what we'll do is we'll just fill it up with liquid reservoirs. So we can store all of the oil. Right, come in here and grab this again. We just got to get rid of these little blobs of water. I think this is kind of working. The liquid's boiling pretty quickly. We've got polluted water flowing out of here now. I've got oil. Okay, now we're in danger zone. Okay, now you have to do this. Who's coming? Eduardo? Ah, cock. Have I done it again? I may have done it again. Let's see what happens. We got ethanol. Good, good. Yep, that's what I want to see, yep. We have a load of water in here as well. How about I get you to come and do this quickly and get rid of this water in the meantime. Oh wow, all this ethanol is boiling over here. Is this really the ethanol over here? I wouldn't have thought it was. I think we just had a blob of ethanol that was suspended in this. Well, ethanol boiling and condensing will delete heat, right? That's what we want, isn't it? Yeah, let this water out of here. That's not going to work because of the oil. How about I sweep this? In any case, we're definitely at the point where I should be just sealing this as a top priority. Okay, Mr. Lonely's here. That's good. Okay, so... Actually, don't do that. Now I just want you to come in here and sweep all of this. I think this is actually fine. Where did this ethanol come? I think I may have to do something about this. Well, we're going to build these mesh tiles and these airflow tiles here, so maybe that's going to help. The actual basics of the ranch design should be pretty straightforward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this works pretty well. So we'll have it finish off over here. I'll probably just close this access to the steam turbines. I don't actually need an access open here. And then this can just be what this looks like. I don't think I'm always going to intend to have the Slicksters in this area. But this is definitely a good place to put them to start. Right, we have succeeded. We're actually sweeping all this liquid out. Oh, maybe it's just all turning into steam? Nah, whatever. Right, you need to replace this sharpish with igneous rock. Because we are leaking a load of heat at the moment. Right, and then this is going to go here. In fact, actually... No, I want to keep these liquids separate, because I'm pretty sure one of these is... Yeah, one of these is going to be crude oil, and one of them is going to be petroleum. So we should keep those separate. The ethanol might actually be a problem. I think I will just actually insulate this and close it off. Because otherwise we're gonna have issues later on with this. We may be able to access it in an emergency, but I wouldn't count on it. I need to make sure we're not boiling ethanol here in future because that's gonna really disrupt the Slicksters. I guess it won't when we get some oil in here. Also, what was the plan with the rocket again? We got plastic, oxalate, eco power banks, data banks. Basic rad pills. I was going to add gear balm to the list. You were supposed to grab gear balm, which is over here somewhere. There's all the gear balm. I think I may have to add that to the list. The list of listiness. Clear new. And let me just select this button. Gear bomb. We don't have any gear bomb. They've used it all. Okay. Well, that's also allowed. Let's see. We got 11 basic rad pills here. Sweep these up. There's no way you're all taking rad pills. You're lying. I didn't enable that. Yeah, I didn't enable that. You are literally lying. Nobody's taking these. Right. Okay. Let's go to space. So, I've been having a think. We're at a crossroads again. So once we've actually got the Slickster Ranch up and running, there isn't much left for us to do over here. And obviously we want to go to the superconductive asteroid and get the niobium. But there's actually an important part that we missed. We need tungsten. We need renewable tungsten, because to make thermium, it's 5% niobium and 95% tungsten. Isn't it? Oh, what's the recipe again? Let's have a look at this. Sorry. Thermium. Yeah, it's 5% niobium, 95% tungsten. So we want primarily tungsten. So we should actually go and sort that out first on Blagini, which is the marshy asteroid. This is a fairly hospitable asteroid. There's a polluted oxygen vent we can tame pretty easily. We could have one bionic duplicant. We could have one duplicant here without any water imports or exports, which seems fine. So I think that's the immediate plan for that for the rest of the run. For the next phase of the run is we're going to go colonize the Tungsten asteroid. And we're going to leave one guy there. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be a regular dupe and not a bionic dupe. What's happening to your crude oil? Mate, I'm going to have to build some temperature plates or something to deal with this. Oh, the ethanol was over here. Yeah, that's about right. I think that I probably... So, the vent. We need the carbon dioxide vent to actually erupt as well. So we can't just include this in our ethanol enclosure. We know this. If you keep sweeping up the bottles of ethanol, will you actually stop being so conductive? That might help us. God, this is a mess. Right, airflow tile here. I guess I'll leave these tiles in here for now. Are you actually erupting with carbon dioxide? It looks like you are. That's fine. But I think the current space mission. Let's do the next space mission. So what we want to do with the rocket is crew, change destination. We want to go to the interstellar ocean to collect the artifact. So let's get the Sonyars involved. I believe they're all ready. Begin launch sequence. While we're dealing with all of this stuff. Yeah, this run is definitely split into phases where there's specific objectives that we need to do. And colonizing the Tungsten asteroid is going to be important because we're going to need to set up a payload launcher on both sides. We're going to need to make some nuclear waste so we can get some radiation on the Tungsten asteroid. Or we could move over some Wheezeworts, but that might not be enough radiation. It could be enough radiation, we'll see. But ultimately, we're going to want to launch Radbolt rockets from that asteroid as well. Because we want tungsten. Yeah, we need tungsten for Thermium. We need lots of Thermium. I don't think that's controversial. Shutbowl's fine. The knot gate melted, okay. What? I thought we made that out of, I thought we made that out of tungsten. Maybe we didn't. Okay. There you go. I'm not overly fussed about the amount of data banks, because we have all the research we need. There's not a huge amount left. We're grabbing monuments. We don't really need monuments. We're not planning on using diamond for aeropods, so we're definitely not planning on using it for monuments, but it is what it is. Oh, what we got? Abyssalite? Yeah, okay. I will keep an eye out for good dupes. These aren't good dupes. Oh my god. Right, the naphtha is going to have to go. That's fine. You're currently covered in more random liquids. You are just going to have to keep sweeping this up, I'm afraid. I don't mind that the ethanol is all creeping over here and getting swept up. That should eventually solve itself. Let's seal this off here. Let's actually seal... Yeah, let's seal these bits off. And then what we'll do is we'll put probably just some ladders in the middle. Oh, I didn't... You know what I didn't factor in here? I didn't factor in these being tiles. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we do this, that will count. So we can actually just remove these ones. Oh, not that one. These ones. And then that could be... Yeah. And then that can actually be 96 tiles, even with the mesh in here. There's going to be a little bit of fiddling around with this. This is going to be a tiny little bit of a bodge, believe it or not. How are you doing? You're doing alright. You're cooling down. Just not ideal. We've got 1 Slickster, we've got 2 Slickster, we've got 3 Slickster. Okay. I will need you to actually put this here as well. Maybe actually do that priority 9. Do this priority 9 just to make sure that the oil stays put. This is not the best start. I want you to sweep all of these liquids out here as well. Basically, all of this ethanol. Right, let's think about this, right? We want to dump all of the ethanol in here again. We have a bottle drainer. We have a vent. I believe this one is just going up here. I think we just need to dump all ethanol bottles in here as a priority just to get it out of the way. So let's do this. This is blocked off anyways. So just put all ethanol in here. What's this one full of again? Oh, polluted water. That's fine. Right. This is going to be irritating. But we want the ladders to go in here. And then we can organize... Oh, right. If I was going to fill this... If I was going to fill this with liquid reservoirs, we wouldn't be able to put all these tiles in. So maybe we don't do that. And then we just need to put the Slicksters up here. In fact, yeah, we should do that now. Relocate you. Relocate you. Then where's the third one? Here. Relocate you. Okay. Have I actually done Slicksters on stream before? The reason I ask is because we did Slicksters a while ago. We did them on before Spaced Out came out. That was where I last went into them. I was trying to use them with petroleum generators, but I wasn't a huge fan of that in the end. I'm not really a huge fan of petroleum generators, full stop, if I'm going to be honest. I think we will do it like this. And then I want to put... You know what we could actually do? I could put some ladders over here, but I don't think I will. I think I will just seal this off. So these relocates could be priority 9. This should... The aim is for this to just be a normal ranch design today. Like a normal ranch design. We got some water in here. Man, I didn't want water in here. Get it out of here. Gonna get a real mix of jungle juice while we're sorting all this out. You're gonna get there in 2.2 cycles. You have your suits. You're doing your databanks. You shouldn't have a lot of... You should get done with these pretty soon, to be honest. There's no way. There's no way he's been trapped in here. What kind of logic is that? Right, let's get these guys tame as well. So, grooming station. Done. We'll probably just want some egg sorting for now. So let's actually just put a critter drop off in here. Then food-wise, you won't require any food because you're going to have lots of carbon dioxide to eat. And the vent is going to be operating as well. So each Slickster, for reference, if we go... Do not... do not drown the Slickster, please. The fact that Slicksters could drown is concerning. We've killed Slicksters that way before. So they eat 20 kilograms per cycle, otherwise known as 33 grams per second. And the vent, on average, produces 115. So we could feed 3.5 Slicksters with the carbon dioxide vent. That's not good. But we also have cold carbon dioxide up here, and this is 156. So all in all, I think we end up with about 8 Slicksters worth of carbon dioxide from vents. So I'm pretty confident in just setting up the Slicksters in this room. Right, now we need to sort this out. And then we can sort this out as well. And then we can sweep all of the other crap out of here. Okay, and then you're going to be set to 8 critters. We're just going to want regular old Slicksters in here. Barney is hard at work. We need to set this to fossil. So, raw mineral, fossil. Pick it up. There should be a lot here left over from Barney's exploits. Oh, maybe not. I guess people have been manually delivering it. In the meantime, we have set up a load of mechatronics to just grab random bits. I think we set most of the auto sweepers yesterday, but I just wanted to make sure that was going to work. Steel production is going. Is it going as fast as I'd like? I don't know. I'm not going to micromanage it too much now. I want to move on to the more interesting stuff in this run, and Slicksters is definitely that. At least getting a sustainable population of Molten Slicksters up will be good. And we will just get rid of all the regular Slicksters, I think. So the other thing is, that's going to mean that we need to actually heat them up. Which means what would the best approach be for that? Because we need the gas to flow in. We could, obviously at the moment, we're just letting the gas flow in from the environment. Also, this is looking very suspicious. Is that just liquid ethanol in the airflow tile? We're going to have to get rid of a few of these. The ethanol can end up stuck in them occasionally. Well, long term, we're going to be producing carbon dioxide for the Slicksters from natural gas generators. So we're going to want to actually stick some vents in here long term. So maybe we just do that and insulate them and just set up pumps. Because the carbon dioxide isn't going to get in from here anyways. Am I just going to have to sweep this out, then? I'm probably just going to have to sweep this out. So what? Remove this, remove this, remove this. And then I guess the Slicksters are under control now, so you can sweep all of the... Oh, crap. Hold on. Ethanol. Empty the ethanol bottles. Yep, that's 3 tons of ethanol on 1 tile. Good. Good to see it. Yeah, I guess it's the question, because if we're just doing regular Slicksters and getting them breeding up, we should have them just in airflow tiles. But we should probably insulate them if we're trying to make them Molten Slicksters right away. Now, what I do like to do with them sometimes is I like to set up... wood burners. 3 tons of ethanol is quite a lot. Yes, it is. We're dumping all the ethanol, all the remaining ethanol in on this side now. I think we have enough ethanol on this side. We're still trying to suck all the other gases out of here. Hello, Jenna, please. Hope you're doing well. We got ethanol where we don't want it. I'll put it simply. Well, we got the Slicksters where we want them. We just need to actually seal up the room, and I think I probably need to put 1 more airflow tile in here. I think this is a 97 tile room at the moment. It would actually be a really big container, yeah. Right. So those are priority 9. You can reach all of these. I believe you can stop doing that one. I believe it's just the ethanol I care about. Yeah. I'm just going to manually move you along, I think. But at least we have access to oil now. That was a big challenge for this run. Good old Meesmort. Let's say I ever doubted you. Right, so we want a bottle emptier as well, because we just want any oil we get to dump in here at the moment, right? So let's just put that in here. Barney? Oh. Guys, I may have overlooked something. We are going to have to put a door and some ladders here. In fact, I'm going to make this a tile just because we need to spend 1 extra tile in this room. And then a ladder. So we should be dumping diamond here automatically. There's a chute where the diamond is going. And at the moment, we're just going to dump all the diamond out the chute. We do need to actually build that, though. And that's just to save a conveyor rail. But later on, I think we want a receptacle. Right, you can actually escape now. It's a Christmas miracle. Right, okay, put this in here, and then... I think I just want you to sweep everything up, because we definitely don't want any ethanol in these rooms. Is it still going to sweep? Is it still going to go through here? It probably is. I think I just need to be really diligent about sweeping all of this stuff. So we'll just keep sweeping all of it. There's too many liquids here. Yeah, this is too much liquid. We kind of... That's probably okay for it to be too much liquid here. I don't think we want to risk doing what we did here again with the Transformers. If we do that this time, I think it's going to actually be lethal. So we'll just leave that alone. I think potentially what might be worth doing is actually just putting some insulated tile here. I want the carbon dioxide to be able to get around the rooms, but maybe not from the bottom. Maybe we just let it sweep around to the side and then flow in. And then, actually, you know what? Do these and do this. And then this is going to be for... This is going to be for Molten Slicksters. And I think what we'll do here is I'll actually open this up and we'll put some more ladders over here. I think what I want to do over here is actually put like a bottle filler in. Maybe 2 bottle fillers. We can't do one here because this needs to be tiles for the actual ranch. The other thing I think I want to do, I think I want to insulate these now. At least where we've got the slicksters. If we're planning on heating this whole area up to 100 degrees, I think we just want this insulated. And maybe not directly towards this side, but like definitely on this side. I'm excited. We just haven't done slicksters in so long, and they're so good. We have so much carbon dioxide as well. So this should be for petroleum, which we somehow actually got somehow. Oh, it was because the natural gas geyser cooked some from the gunk. That's hilarious. So petroleum can go in there. I think I'm just going to get you to yellow alert, sweep all of this now. Just to make sure that there's the correct liquids in here. The ethanol keeps ending up in here. It's so annoying. Once you've actually swept all of these, so sweep this too. If you're bringing all the rock down here, this should hopefully stop the ethanol from getting in, right? Maybe not. No, it's still creeping in through the bottom. So we need to priority 9 this. And then you need to get that out of here. Yeah, the issue is the ethanol keeps condensing in the airflow tiles as a liquid. That's the big issue we have at the moment. I think maybe once we've actually... Maybe we just build a load of temp shift plates here just to condense all the ethanol to start, and then we can sweep it all out in one go. That's possibly what we've got. But look, we got we got petroleum, and it's full of slime lung. Great. Good job. Right. Crude oil could go in here. That's fine. We'll want to put a liquid reservoir down here, or we'll want to put a liquid pump, for sure. So let's actually put... Let's actually put hydro sensors and liquid pumps down here. And these can be made out of gold amalgam because they will be 125C-ish. It's probably what we're aiming for. I'm hoping that all the ethanol will actually just dunk in here. In fact, if I remove this tile, it should all just dunk in here gradually. And that's what we're really aiming for. I think I'm just going to leave the music on today. I like leaving the music on. Oh god, what have you... Why? True Tiles is bugging out because we put the airflow tiles in. Yeah, okay. Right, hydro sensor can go here. Hook these up to... Okay, you don't need that to be tungsten. Hook these up to be above 50 kilograms. And then that way there's always liquids on the bottom. I don't think we're going to fill these with liquid reservoirs because it's going to be slightly too annoying, I think. I'm quite happy that the fossil is in here because it means the thumbnail could be the fossil and the Slicksters. Can bottle fillers get flooded? I imagine they can. I think what we'll do... You know what we should do? We should have the pipe half and half. So we get 100 kilograms of crude oil and 100 kilograms of petroleum. And then we can just take each out. No, that's not how that's going to work, is it? We'll just put 2 bottle fillers up here. Maybe just one here. Or we can even put them up here, actually. Because we don't know what we're doing with these tiles yet. Let's do that. Or we could just stick them down here. That actually seems better. Let's just do that. Right, so the ethanol should now actually be slowly dripping down here. Right, can you actually just move this? And then remove that, and then this one is full of ethanol too, so remove that. Let's get all the ethanol out. We shouldn't have any issues with that anymore. And this should all boil, except maybe not the nuclear waste. This goes dormant in 11 cycles. That's not a huge issue. We're not going to heat it up primarily with the vent. That's not very efficient. What will we use to heat this up? I don't know. I'm going to be real. We should just have an actual metal element from the steam biome, surely. Maybe just one that climbs up here and runs along the bottom. Maybe. Could run along the bottom, run up the middle. Maybe we don't want airflow tile here after all. The airflow tile could be at the top. The only thing is, this is going to fill with liquid immediately, so I don't think the carbon dioxide level will drop low enough for it to matter. How much heat is still in the steam room? Oh, loads. I mean, the steam down here is starting to cool down because we've been dripping water on it for many cycles, but this will heat it up for like a couple hundred cycles. I guess you're right. I guess it's not sustainable heat. So maybe we should do something sustainable. What would that actually look like? I could just have a thermo aquatuner in here, and we could use that to cool all the stuff up here. This is all getting very hot. Do I really want a coolant loop that's going the entire length of the asteroid, though? Maybe. And in fairness, I could just put the thermo aquatuners in here. Like, the reality is, we can get this quite hot. The Slicksters will start to die at 200 degrees. So much ceramic, yeah. I mean, we kind of want a coolant loop for all these transformers as well, eventually. But I don't know. Right, let's actually sort this out for now. On the other hand, it could just be normal base temp for the coolant loop. Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah, it doesn't need to be super cold. It just needs to be enough to stop stuff from overheating. So we could do that. We could even run a thermo aquatuner past a teppidizer and generate the heat that way. That feels kind of pointless. We do just need to cool down the friggin' Radbolt generators. I think for now, here's what we do. I'm going to replace this with metal. We're going to let all the gas come in through the top. This room is going to get heated a lot. This one isn't going to get heated as much. We have to get them to 100 degrees C. We got the fire pole here, so I don't really want to move the fire pole. Do I actually just... Yeah, because this is going to be the metal heating element that's going to heat a lot of things. I could insulate this side and have the heating element just go up here. That would probably be fine. And then I guess they could just come in this way. I think if I was going to do that, I would want to put a door here. And then maybe they climb around this way. You probably 9 these just for now, just so we can get the room. We can confirm the room's the right size. There's just going to be a lot of thinking about random stuff today. To set you to above 50. Set you to about 50. This is starting to sort itself out a little bit. Actually, maybe it won't, because the issue is now that it's too hot for ethanol condensation over here. I think we just build a load of temperature plates, or maybe just even like a single temperature plate. Like if we make this out of granite, if I just make like a couple over here, that should condense all the ethanol. There's not a lot of ethanol now. We can then just sweep it all up, and then we're all good. I'll keep trying to get them to sweep liquids out of here. I think we're being partially successful with that. Yeah, let's start taming the Slicksters anyways. Okay, so this is now a... Yeah, this is now a 96 tile room. This is a 91 tile room. So what I would want to do here is I would want to put a door here. Oh, maybe we put the door somewhere else. Nope. Okay, 91 tiles. That means we probably do the exact same thing over here, right? Except we got a little room over here of uselessness. Obviously we don't have any Molten Slicksters yet, that's fine. Do I want a Criticondo in here? We could fit a Criticondo in here. But do we want 9 Slicksters? Probably want 9 Slicksters. But we need the crit to drop off of the eggs later. No, we'll just do 8. This is meant to be storage, not like mass operation. We'll come up with a better mass operation design later. Just to get started. Right. I think I want to release this. We want to deconstruct this vent. Sure. So I'm kind of thinking what we do is we just dump some heat into it from the steam biome for now, and then we'll think of a proper heat source afterwards. This is just to get our initial batch going. Because once we have the Molten Slicksters, so Molten Slicksters go up to 200 degrees. So we could have them in a steam room. Not this steam room, but a steam room. I think we're succeeding at condensing all the ethanol now. So let's just keep sweeping all this out. Then remove this tile. So the metal's just going to run up here. Let's make this all aluminium again, because we have all the aluminium. In fact, actually, just do that. No, don't just do that. I want you to remove the vent. And then, I guess, actually, this all wants to be aluminium. Then probably just along here. So this is obviously going to get hotter than this. We could even use thermosensors in the oil to control when we're letting the heat over. We could use a door to do that pretty easily. So that's worth considering. So I think what we actually do is we put a mechanized airlock here. We make it out of steel. And then we're going to make this vacuum anyways. I'm going to need to fit all the automation in here first. So we need to actually build... Before we do that, we need to build the automation in. Gold is fine. And I think for now I'm just going to put the thermosensor here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put a thermosensor over here as well. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put some. Let's put a liquid reservoir at the bottom of each of these rooms, just because we can. But you know what? I might actually reverse these. Can I? No, you can't. Why did I think you could reverse them? Oh, these need to be made out of steel. Well, yeah, let's make them out of steel. Yeah. So, liquid pipe, liquid pipe.
Thanks for the sub.
Soon 3 years, time flies.
Time flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana. Hope you're doing well, Leo. 32 months, that's a large number. Congratulations. Thank you for using your Prime subscription. I always forget to use my Twitch Prime subscription until it's too late. Pretty nice feature of the whole Amazon bundle. Yes, nice to see you around. I'm very pleased with doing Slicksters today. We got a bit of a harebrained scheme because I want mostly Molten Slicksters. Later on, when we're mass multiplying the Slicksters, we're going to set up proper heat sources for them. But for now, we're literally just going to dump heat from the steam in here. So we're going to heat this up. We're going to get a little layer of conducting oil in here to start, which we already have done. And then we're going to get, yeah, we're going to get this up to like 100 degrees. We're going to heat this area up as much as we can. Because you could go up to 140 degrees and be pretty safe. That also means we're actually going to insulate this bit. And I'm quite tempted to insulate this bit. And what we could even do is I could actually put ladders in here so we can access these from above. Now that's actually a very smart idea that I didn't even think of. So let's actually do that. Sorry guys, you're just getting groomed. And we're automatically removing a building. But thank you very much, Neo. I sincerely appreciate it. Have you seen the goldfish video yet? We released the goldfish video on YouTube. The first one. Even in its first stage, the goldfish cooling, the goldfish heat deletion mechanism seems to be stronger than all the other heat deletion mechanisms we've covered so far. I mean, obviously steam turbines are still better, but like, it's good enough that it's worth talking about, for sure. I think we are just going to seal this off with insulated tiles. This one, I guess, is just going to get insulated up here. Because I don't want the heat leaking out of here either. Yeah, we can just come in from over here. That's fine. It's right next. It's right next to the friggin' fire pole. You haven't been playing only since Barnix Pack, trying to hype myself by watching your stuff, so I'll have a look at your video. Yeah, yeah. And we're gonna release another one next week, hopefully, where we take it to the absolute limit. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna give you a bit of a spoiler, but you gotta promise not to make this video before me because I've not seen anyone talk about this. So here's the stupid thing. You know the deodorizer trick where you have, like, say, a pool of polluted water, it off-gases into polluted oxygen, and then, so what you do is you have an airflow tile, and then you have a liquid on top of it. You have a liquid on top of it. It turns out goldfish work using the same mechanism. If you have polluted water in these tiles, and then you have a non-conductive gas in these airflow tiles, polluted oxygen is not very conductive, so that works pretty well for you. And then you have your cold liquid that the fish are in. So I think brine is probably a good one for this because the goldfish aren't going to consume it. The fish excrete the clean water at the temperature of the fish. So if the fish are at minus 10 degrees because you've got a load of cool salt slush from your geyser in this room, you can have actively heated polluted water in here with, like, say a metal refinery. Oh look, it's another one of these. You literally just dump your coolant in here. Okay, maybe not quite like that, but like this. Yeah. And then, yeah. Go steal my idea. You can actively heat this to boiling point, and the fish will turn 120 degrees C polluted water into minus 10 degrees water, or i.e. ice. So, I did the maths, and you can get each gulpfish, each singular fish, to delete like 120 kDTUs of heat. And these don't even have to be breeder fish. They can be miserable. You can have all of your excess fish from your breeders go into this system. And we had like 80 fish. We had like 80 fish waiting in the wings with 12 breeders. And in reality, it was 9 breeders because 3 of them were going to omelets. So you could delete so much heat with that mechanism. I think that is actually a viable way to doing a non-steam turbine run. Because you could delete as much heat as you would ever need to delete with such a system. It's bonkers. The maths, it blows everything else out of the water. It's like orders of magnitude more efficient than other heat deletion mechanisms in the game. And nobody has talked about this. So I'm going to talk about it. Heck, maybe I'm going to just record it tomorrow, and then we'll upload it on Thursday. Because if you can find Paku, and you don't have to do all the mechatronics we're doing to ranch the fish, you can find them really early on, and just set up a system where all the breeders are dumping eggs somewhere, and then just immediately destroy everything. Please hurry, you're on a timer. My video on the topic is being uploaded right now. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I'm just going to record it. I've actually already recorded. It's uploading as we speak. No, but like, I am keen. I'm really keen. I don't want to step on the toes of the previous video, but you're going to see that video as soon as I feel like doing it. There was another question I had about baby Paku, because it turns out the gulpfish and all Paku reset their temperature to their spawn temperature when they turn into adults. Do all critters do that? It's weird. Because you can have a gulp fry come out at minus 12.5 degrees from the egg. You can then heat it up in a pool of liquid mercury to like 5 degrees. And then when it turns into an adult, it resets to minus 12.5 degrees. All critters do that. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. I may have to play around with that in sandbox mode later. All critters reset. It seems like a 10 out of 10 exploit. Really cool and really strong, but objectively less good than just using a steam turbine or two, so no reason to feel bad about it. Okay, here's the funny thing. Yes, you don't get power from it. I still think there's actually a reason to do this. And the answer is space. You can fit many, many, many fish into a small space and fit more heat deletion into that space than you would with steam turbines, maxed out. Because each steam turbine is deleting like... Well, I mean, it depends how hot you get the stuff. They can delete like thousands of kDTUs of heat each if the steam is hot enough. But so can the gulpfish. If you have 100 gulpfish, they can delete 12 mDTUs of heat each. It will get to the point where you can literally dump all of your heat into like a tiny room instead of a massive steam turbine suite. But yeah, you're not getting any power out of it. But I think there is still potentially a case where you would use it instead of steam turbines just to save space. That's how strong it is. I can't emphasize enough how strong I think this is going to be. Right. Okay, so the sensor's there. That's good. I think I'm just going to put some wires here for now. We're just going to play around with this. So it's going to be a run where you table volcanoes with goldfish. Okay, so... I'm not sure. I think there is a... I think what we should do... I think what we could do... Hold on, let me have a look at Oasis. I kind of want to go back to Oasis. Does Oasis start with Paku? Let's have a look. I believe it does. Yes, it does. I think there is an argument for doing a mini Oasis challenge, 200 cycles, where we're not allowed to use steam turbines. And we've got to try and cool the magma biome. That sounds like fun. Yes, we'd still need lots of polluted water, so it's still got other downsides. Yes, they would be filtering the water pretty quickly. But here's the thing, guys. I want to introduce you to a little building called the decontamination shower. We can't build it because we don't have any fucking lead on this save. Not a usual problem. Every time a dupe walks through it, it turns 100 kilograms of water into 100 kilograms of polluted water. It takes 15 seconds to run. You could reduce that with a lit workspace bonus. So if you've got a dupe running through it, constantly using it, you can pollute 8 kilograms per second of water with a single decontamination shower. And you can put multiple of them in a row. So you can repollute the water pretty easily. Yes, it's using dupe labor at this point. But yeah, I guess that's the constraint as well. Like, you need a lot of polluted water. You could get that through... You could get that through pit planting. I mean, you can do anything through pit planting. If we're doing Oasis, maybe we do pit planting just for that and, like, arbitraries and ethanol distillers or something. I don't know. Then you can delete all the heat from the ethanol distillers. That does sound like a fun thing to do. Carbon skimmers are okay. Yeah, but then it's a lot of carbon dioxide needed. Like, probably petroleum generator shenanigans is what you're looking for there. Yeah, potentially a lot of duplicate labor. Yeah, this sounds like fun. I think we will do an Oasis heat deletion challenge where we use pips and pip planting, and we use all of these heat deletion mechanisms, and we try and wrangle some crazy stuff where we're not using steam turbines at all. Because I want to use the sauna trick in a run as well. We didn't use it last time. Last time when we did exploits not included, haha, we used the ethanol heat deletion with the actually, I've got a sour gas spoiler to build first. I know, but I have said the whole time, this is the mega run. We are going to take breaks from it and come back occasionally. Also, something I'm bearing in mind, I kind of possibly want to have my new computer for when we're finishing this run and we're actually building everything. Like so far we're doing alright because we're not really using all of this space. But once we've filled all this space with critters and sour gas boilers, I think we may need my new computer. So we are going to take a break at some point between now and finishing it. It's already established as a busted run, so we'll go on schedule. This is a good run. Even if we finish now, we've done a load of interesting stuff in this run that we've never done before. I'm very happy with where this has gone overall. Let's remove this. But, yeah, that's the point. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I am going to take breaks based on how I'm feeling about things. But I think what we will do for now is we will do the Slicksters today. Just get Molten Slicksters available. Oh, you're here. You're still here. Crap. Well, you got the artifact. That's good. Let's go to that asteroid. Looks like we haven't actually got a planet there. That's fine. You just noticed my dupe count? We got 45 dupes. Yeah. It's not that wild. It's pretty low, all things considered. I've had more, but yeah. I've even mostly kept to my promise to keep the wires organized. Yeah, they're more organized. And granted, we're going to have more wires on this run than any other run we've ever done. But, like, I think we're kind of getting there. Really? We're out of wolframite? What are you talking about? Oh, that's not good. Let's get this fixed up. Where was this even supposed to go? Here? You know, maybe I should have actually looked at this first. So, what is this again? This is wine. Oh yeah, this is the chute for all the things. Okay, that's fine. So that's going over here. Yeah, because that's... Okay, so that's a diamond. What we actually want... Oh, right, this isn't what we're doing. This is supposed to be the refined carbon coming in here. Yeah. Okay. Good lord, do I love helping octogenarians navigate the complexities of their phones wavelengthly apart. Lol. Mass wood burners for CO2? Yes, that's true. What's the brick under the turbines? Which brick? This brick? This one. This is the magma biome. Notice the distinct lack of magma. I literally just cleared all the space. We have our thermal aquatuners running in here. We are dumping several pipes worth of water into this biome constantly from all of our geysers. And we're running a lot of these steam turbines pretty much full stop, running Radbolt generators too for our diamond presses. Really? You're flooded? I feel like that's a problem that will eventually solve itself, but I think for now I need to actually rebuild you. In fact, actually, you know what? Build you out of gold. There you go. But yeah, this is literally just so that we have the space available for building. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the heavy watt conductive wire down here and connect up the whole map to a single heavy watt conductive wire around the edge. I think the tiles in here are actually not a problem. I think this actually melts pretty easily. It's not ideal, but I don't think it's necessarily a deal breaker, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Right, in any case, we've got really distracted. And obviously the dupes have had stuff to build. Oh, look at that diamond lump. Yeah, that's funny. Right. Oh my god. Right, okay. Look. So we need to put the grooming stations back in here. And then we need to put the critter drop-offs back in here. So this is hooked up. This vent, where is this vent going? This vent is just for general stuff, so I think I definitely want to remove this pipe. So let's remove all of this. And let's remove the vent. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just put some conductive tile here. And then this needs to be vacuum. And then power wire wise. This does actually need to be hooked up to a power wire, doesn't it? This is a power wire. Yeah, here you go. Then, likewise, that power wire can just tuck in here. Okay, that's pretty convenient. Good. All the steam turbine power wires are running through this whole bit, but I think that's not actually going to be a problem. Right, let's have a look at this. So we've got 96 tiles, 96 tiles. Great. So we can have 8 critters in each. Did you ever get a dupe in this run? Yeah, you were one of the OGs, I think. Yeah, we've got Neo over here with 59 morale. Yep. It's all good. So yeah, build that power wire, and then if we priority 9 this, actually, then we can seal this off, and then we can get this hooked up. We've still got the liquids in here. This isn't perfect at the moment. I think what we'll do, I'll put some diamond temperature plates in here as well. Do I actually want diamond in here or aluminium? Let's use aluminium. I think we only want one, and I think we want it on the thermosensor. I think it's just that thermosensor. Yeah, let's do that, and then the rest of these can be granite. Am I daft? There's the granite. Yeah. Okay. There you go. And today alone you can run up as much power through a wire as you want as long as it's going into a transformer. The other thing is, you can alternate overloading wires. Provided the wire isn't overloaded continuously, it won't actually damage. So you can literally set it up with shutoffs to flip the current back and forth between wires to get it to not overload. I might do a video on that, because you can avoid doing heavy watt wires for a long time doing something like that. But it is annoying. Which is why I don't do it. But it is technically a thing you can do. You'll love to see it. Just a nice little batch of nuclear waste leaking on top of the carbon dioxide vent. I'm sure the Slicksters will love this. Okay, so you can go back to 8. You can go back to Slicksters. And then we're gonna insulate. I think we're actually gonna insulate this whole bit. Let's just insulate this whole bit. I've changed my mind again. We don't need any of these doors. Oh, wait. We do need the carbon dioxide to come in somehow. It's all flowing in from the top at the moment. That's fine for now. We're probably going to need to... Well, as I said, we'll need to put some vents in here later. Could you make automation detecting when a goldfish produces a packet of water? I don't think so. It depends. If the goldfish isn't moving, maybe. It's tough to say. I think what we're going to do is this. We're just going to insulate it here, and we're just going to let the carbon dioxide float in naturally from the fossil zone. Because there's a lot of it. There is a lot of it here. Okay, sort that out as well. And then we need to actually open this. So we need to cycle 709. Let's flip this open for now. Actually, let's do that once we build these tiles. I think what we'll do as well is I'll put an airflow tile here. Maybe just put like 4 airflow tiles here. And then that way any carbon dioxide from over here can get in this way as well. This is actually sealed. But it's also relatively high pressure, so I'm not concerned. Right, you need to finish this. Then I guess... Let's just do this for now. So... Yeah, we're fine. Let's just keep going for now. Building entombed? What? Where? Sand on the Weasewort. It's kind of weird. This seems fine. Wait, there's slime lung in here? What? Oh, I think slime lung has been getting in here the whole time because it's open over here. But we have that's why we have the Weasworts there, so it doesn't actually affect the base. But you're getting exposed to slime lung. I should probably have some Weasworts in here too then, shouldn't I? This door is just locked. Well then why is it even a thing? Shouldn't I just seal this now? I think we just seal that now and put a Weaswort here. I think people used to be going in here in exosuits and now they're not. Yeah. We have the goldfish in a place where it immediately removes the fresh water from the top, then yes, just check for activation. You've been getting on pretty well, haven't you? This is the, our original version of the Luma Plays build. This works just fine. It's not quite as space efficient as what we had in the YouTube video, but it's still fine. This can be accomplished by having pea water under -4 degrees C and using a weight plate. Yes, because they don't form a vacuum when the ice happens, and you'll get the ice out. I need to keep checking the star map because, let's face it, I'm not really paying attention to these guys. Oh, you're almost there. Oh, we probably have found a new planet then. Cool. Right, okay. So you should activate, send a green signal if you're above, say, I don't know, like 200C. And then this should send a green signal if it's above 140C. And then we should have an AND gate here. That way, because we want to get these guys as hot as possible without actually blowing them up. We're not going to have any exploding slicksters, but like, could be close. Okay, so let's actually do this. Can we build this? I think we can. Water freezes and falls onto the plate. Activate sweeper increment counter. Yeah. Technical challenges for the ultimate package. Yeah, it does sound like there's a way of doing it. Right, I think what we're going to do, let's sprinkle in some more temperature plates. Just to make sure that we're really sort of, even while we're waiting to accumulate the liquids, we're sort of spreading the temperature out. And we're going to limit it to that sort of region. So, probably like this, right? There's no way I just ran out of granite. What are you talking about? Oh, you're making them out of aluminium. Yeah, okay, alright. Settle down, settle down. I'm excited! We're further than we've ever been in this game. We've never gone to the Tungsten asteroid. And I still want to do the friggin' resin tree, the sap tree, frankly. We'll get around to doing that. Is this the asteroid with the sap tree? I feel like it is. I don't actually remember. This is how little we've gotten into this stage of Spaced Out. Why are you out of power? What? Did I break a wire? Excuse me? We disabled them all. Oh, we're full of radbolts. LOL. I've never seen that. We're full of radbolts. Yeah, I guess because the rocket's been gone and nobody's been doing this. That's hilarious. I mean, that's not super efficient, is it? Like, we're just letting all these decay. Do you want to set these back to 50 radbolts then? I think we'll do that for now. Cool. Yeah, new planetoid discovered. Mumanu. Now that's the name. Doesn't sound like anywhere we're going anytime soon, but it's a thing. Mumanu. Chlorine gas vent. Another chlorine gas vent. Gassy meteor shower. Yep. You got the crust. Look, he's here. It's the boy. We found the gassy moo. That was something I was umming and ahhing about, wasn't it? Brachines, so we didn't have to have a load of ranches. I don't think we're going to do that. Not this run. I think that's something we would do in a shorter run. Where we focus on it. Right, so you... How many tiles left of range do you have? You have 12 tiles. So... that should be fine. So do this. Amazing. We're filling out our planet list. This doesn't happen very often either. Set you to priority 9. You guys all actually need to get tamed again. Because we haven't been doing this. You are buildable, aren't you? Yes. Okay. Right. Priority 9 all of... Priority 9 this. The temperature plates can wait a little bit. This should get built as well. Rowan is actually on the way to build that now. We want the bottle emptiers. I think I said we were going to have the bottle... I think we said we were going to have the bottle fillers over here. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll just remove the fire pole here, because we don't need it right at the bottom of the map. Because they can just jump off at this point. And then we'll put a bottle emptier, a bottle filler by each side of the steam turbine. Oh, right, hold on. You were supposed to get, actually... This steam turbine is not going to do it. I don't think we're even intending to have this do anything ever. I don't think we are. I think it's just cosmetic now. The funny thing is, what I should probably actually do is move it over this way. I think if we move it this way, then we can have a bottle filler here and a bottle filler here. And then we can actually fill this with a liquid, maybe. No, we can't. Is the CO2 hot enough for Molten Slicksters? Not yet. This, actually, well, it is from this vent. This vent, it comes out at 500 degrees C. But we're not intending on using this long term. We're going to have it float its way up here and gradually drift in. But long term, we're going to need way more CO2 than this vent provides. We can just, we've got the CO2, we've got the heat. We're just going to do this for now. Wow, it looks so naked there without the steam turbine. Right, the power wire also needs to change, so... I'm not sure this is even worth doing, but it was frankly annoying me, so that alone makes it worth doing. And then do that, and then remove the bridge. Then that wire can get cut off. And then that steam turbine can go here. Yes. That was the intent. And then that vent can move over here. And then this pipe can move over here. That always annoyed me, actually. Good. Right, seal that in. Deal with that. And then... we're probably not going to have any random liquid in here. Oh, whatever. I'm just going to do it anyways. Actually, do I want random liquids to collect in here? I don't think I do. We're just going to leave it. I just wanted it to be symmetrical over here, okay? So, bottle filler. Make these out of gold amalgam. No, make them out of steel, because they're down by the carbon dioxide vent. This is going to be hot liquid. So, this is just going to come in here. And this is just going to come in here. And then we got two fillers. One for crude oil, one for petroleum. And we're not planning on doing petroleum rockets or really using this for a lot of industry. The only thing we actually want our petroleum for in this run is sour gas boiling. We're not intending on using it for anything else. That was why we despawned the oil biome. We only want 6 recycling. So, what else? Automation wire. This needs to go here. Theoretically. Not that I think we're going to use it. Right, I think you're actually done. So, I think now we can actually just build the metal element here. Which means we can remove all of these tiles. And then replace that with more aluminium. Because this will never get hot enough to melt the aluminium, we know this. So that means you're going to start heating up pretty quickly. Which means the carbon dioxide is going to start heating up pretty quickly. So I think what we'll do is we'll set this to 100 degrees. Actually, I think it's 90. Is it 90 we want? It's 100. Okay. Thanks, game. Right. 100. Oh, I just had it. There you go. Right, so what we want is we want green. We want green in one of these rooms. Ideally, we want it in both rooms, because I just want to separate off all of the initial crude oil. Because it's nice having a little bit of initial crude oil. Just for reasons. Having to cool the CO2 that's going past the steam turbine, so you have to cool the turbine, or are you routing the geyser? Honestly, carbon dioxide does not have a lot of heat capacity. It's not a lot. We're not generating a lot here. I don't... I set this up a while ago because there was like a one spot in the corner where we weren't really getting coverage. I think if we were actually planning on properly using this, we would actually just cool the carbon dioxide and heat it up again. I think later on. And besides, the thing is, these steam turbines are all temporary as well. We are actually going to remove them all once we've dealt with all of the steam. But that's probably going to be like 1,000 cycles from now. And frankly, I probably actually need to hook up the rest of these just to start burning through the heat. The main issue is I want to get all the non-ethanol out of here first before we really do that. But that's going to take bloomin' ages. We're getting there, but it's taking time. Right, but I want you to build these now. And I probably want, like, a load of temperature plates here too, don't we? My favorite. Is that going to be a problem? Yeah, maybe we just have one temperature plate. Tried to convince someone earlier that a god volcano wasn't going to destroy his base if left uncapped. There's just no actual real heat there. Do you guys remember when I was doing the skewed asteroid? And we were planning on doing a challenge run where we made it the goal to try and tame those 2 gold volcanoes. And then we realized there wasn't actually a challenge, and we did it on, like, stream 3. Because we literally just let the gold drip through a vacuum onto the map. There's a reason you don't normally have volcanoes spawn like that. In, like, a hot gas area. It actually kind of trivializes it if you know what you're doing. It's the fact that it will condense into tiles that actually makes it challenging to tame. I'm glad Barney has actually finally got a purpose in life, now that we've actually got enough diamond to run this. We have 29 tons of diamond. We have been doing well. Maybe we are going to have enough diamond to do monuments and whatnot. You're actually taking damage. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, okay, well, that's a good sign. But yeah, let's make you out of steel then. Yeah, okay. I kind of forgot that part. And we'll turn it off if this room gets above Slickster temperature. And we'll turn it off if this room gets above Molten Slickster temperature. Which is funny, because the max comfortable temperature isn't actually that much higher between the two. But look, we're already getting there. We just need it to be green in this region. And for that, I need to actually seal this off. And then I should probably put, like, maybe like a... I don't want a shelter here. I think we just need to make sure that these tiles are clean and we don't get any liquids on them. I would argue if you have 29 tons, one could argue, yeah. You could spare a few hundred kilograms for aeropods. Yeah. We probably could. It's just not that high on my list. Oh, wow, this is overheating as well. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Okay. Let's see. These don't overheat. These don't overheat. These do. So, change this to steel. We do at least have plenty of steel production now. So we shouldn't have to worry about any of this. Don't you need a ladder to get down to the ranches? Shit. Yes. We can put a ladder over here, though. That's fine. I definitely want to seal that bit, though. I guess the fossil mine is going to get hot. Can this overheat? I guess not. Is it made out of mercury? No. It's made out of fossil. This will overheat at minus 100... it will overheat at 133... 1,338.8. Turn to magma. Good to know. We need the ladder in here. There you go. Remove this. And then you actually need a bit to get over there. So I think we actually need the ladder to come all the way down here. Wow, this has ended up a bit more complicated than I thought it would. Yeah, this is getting hot now. We're getting hot pockets. How hot is this? Yeah, this is fine. This was made out of hot material. Wait, no. Have we actually got a heat leak here? I don't think we... Maybe... Oh, maybe remove this. No, I think this is just a hot vent. No, this is fine. Build this here as well. The more solid surface area we have contacting this, the better. But yeah, this is plenty of heat for our slicksters. I mean, the temperature plates are going to take a while to heat up as well, but they should help retain the heat from all of this. Temperature does gunk boil out again. Too hot. Okay, we're not boiling any gunk with this. That's fine. Oh, that was all nuclear waste? What? Where's all the nuclear waste coming from? Over here, I guess. I mean, yeah, maybe dumping nuclear waste on the Slicksters isn't such a good idea. Should be turned off, right? You are turned off. Okay, that's fine. Right, star map. Where are we going? 1.5 cycles. So there probably isn't a planet here. That's fine. That means there's still a couple of planets that we need to find, I think. That's okay. Doors. I'm going to make these out of steel, just because I don't want them to be broken in the thumbnail. That's important. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. You haven't actually gone into the door, have you? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that was gonna happen. That was gonna happen, yeah. Thank you, friends. Does in fact seem like we're just getting random blobs of nuclear waste down here. I think this means that I need a hit over here, maybe? You know what? Actually, I'm just going to get you to dump nuclear waste over here in space. Because we're going to get some of the Radbolt Rocket anyways. Just dump all the nuclear waste on the map into that bit up there. Right, you now actually need to get relocated in here again. And you need... I've said this so many times today. Slickster. Right, 8 critters. Relocate you... here. Oh, God. This isn't going to be easy, is it? I could just tell this is going to be annoying. You have to actually move. They've just gravitated over here. Yeah, temperature is looking good. This little spike is definitely being very helpful. They can wrangle trap critters. I don't believe they could. I don't believe they could grab them in here. Unreachable move. Oh, here's a fun fact. They have to stand on the tile. They have to stand on the tile to actually wrangle him off here. So I think what we actually have to do is we have to close this. And then we have to put a tile here temporarily. Oh, okay, well, you guys have made that a bit easier. That means you have to put a tile here. That's so weird. And now, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, yeah. Wait, you are doing it! You're completely lying. Thanks, guys. Oh, you dropped him. Right, who's on the way? Hassan, you need to close this right now. You need to close it right now, Hassan. Nope. Nope, you're not Hassan. You're Hassan. We're too late. Great, good job, Hassan. Yep, they're all in the wrong room. Well, at least we can grab them all now. But this means you're getting oil in the petroleum room. Which I guess is not the biggest problem in the world, because we can just sweep it out of here, but that's fine. Now, here's a question. Is there anything that you would want to use crude oil for that you wouldn't want to use petroleum for? Humor me. Because with this setup, with the two sensors, we probably could get something to work here. I don't know. Right, speed up just a little bit. Wow, you are not very good at building, are you? What's your construction skill? 0. Amazing. You have 45 excavation and 0 construction. You know what? Perhaps you don't actually need digging boosters on this asteroid. I'll be real. You can have a different one. In fact, let's actually go to your menu. We don't actually need diggers anymore. Yeah. You can just have construction boosters. That's fine. There you go. I should probably do that with all of the diggers over here. I mean, I don't think we have that many diggers anymore. I think I'm going to give you construction boosters, though. Eduardo, you're a digger. Again, I don't think we need diggers while we're here. So how about you actually have operating for a little bit? There you go. I don't think the boosters matter. Boosters are made out of genetic ooze, apparently. What does Ulti only have 7 slots used? Here you go, have that one. And then sweep all of this. Not that you guys produced a huge amount. Okay, so nuclear waste is getting dumped in here. And that's everywhere, all the time. Any nuclear waste is going to go there, because I feel like it just leaks normally. Lots of things need crude, just not lots of it. Let's have a look. Crude oil. So obviously you turn it to petroleum. You turn it into petroleum. You turn it into petroleum. Am I just being silly? Right, you need a ladder here as well. Well, maybe not need, but it would definitely be helpful. You're going to be there in one cycle. So I think there is actually a field here, like a debris field. Well, now what do we do? I mean, this is going to take a while to heat up. I guess we don't mind having some regular Slicksters in the meantime. Frankly, I just want more oil in here. I think we just leave them for now. This should work. It's just going to take time. So, what do we even do? We're actually literally traveling in space at the moment. And I know we said we were going to go look at the Tungsten asteroid. I guess maybe we get the payload system up and running. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's these ones. Okay. Right. Do we need tiles there? No, we don't need tiles there. Right. Let's get this sorted out then. Now, I'm not sure how many Radbolts we're actually going to need from this. We have a lot potentially available. So let's not skip. Hello, Yalpaguga. Hope you're doing well. We have just done something very interesting. We have set up a Slickster Ranch, which we haven't done on stream in, like, ages. And at the moment, we're just dumping heat from the Magma biome in here. I'm quite keen to actually just get these guys to evolve into Molten Slicksters pretty quickly. Well, let me give you a shout out. What have you been up to today? Have you been playing Oxygen Not Included? Stands a chance, doesn't it? Doing good. Good. Cycle 711. But yeah, I thought this was going to take longer. I mean, I guess we've got to wait for the Slicksters to actually become the right variant. We're going to multiply them a little bit, but the reality is it's going to take them a while to lay eggs. Oh, we need mechatronics in here, don't we? We need mechatronics. Hold on, let's do this first. Right, steel. So, where's this going to go? I guess it doesn't matter too much. I could just put it... No, I can't put it there. Let's just put them here. Then you can actually reach... You can't reach that tile, that's fine. Well, there are two different egg variants in here. Wait for them to melt. Yes, indeed. It's a bit of a misnomer, isn't it? Still haven't checked the Dino DLC. It's really good. My main conclusions for the Dino DLC is Iridium's really strong, and the Lura plant is really strong. It's kind of funny. The DLC came out, and I'm pretty sure just doing the Lura plant with beaters is way more efficient than all the sour gas spoiling we're going to do on this run. Or rather, it's a more efficient source of plastic than the glossy Drecos, because it doesn't require any material inputs. Are the sticks as part of the sour gas spoiler? Yes! They are going to be part of the sour gas spoiler. They're the only way we're actually getting the carbon dioxide turned back into sour gas. We actually didn't spawn an oil biome on this sea. Thank you very much for the follow. Spooky Mulder loves rain. Now that's a username. But yeah, we didn't spawn an oil biome on this asteroid. It is a Oceania asteroid with magma channels. So we literally just dumped water all over the magma biome and dug it out. And this was also, we had as much space as possible for Slicksters and glossy Drecos and all that stuff. And the actual sour gas spoilers. Because we're going to create all of the ingredients just for critters, and we're going to set it up to recycle so it's completely sustainable. I'm currently burping, so don't mind me. I haven't looked at the DLC stuff yet, too much stuff to play. Oh, that's irritating. You know what, actually, let's do this. Priority 9 that wire. I don't think you're going to drop meat in here, because you don't flutter across this gap. We don't actually want oil in here. So sweep that up as well. Yeah, Factorio looks really fun. Factorio and Rimworld are definitely on my list of things to do. Why are you broken? Excuse me? You're not cold. What happened? Oh, I don't think the door's shut in time. Yeah. Okay, I think that's just bad luck, really. I'm not going to worry about it. I could probably do it... Oh, look at this! Look at this! We just got offered Slickster eggs, which is why we started doing all this. We got offered them around cycle 680, and now we've been offered them again. We do actually also need to print Maya, but I don't want an allergies to. Wow. Cringe. So, I guess we're just going to put the Slickster eggs in there as well. Actually, let's put them up here for now. That's pretty lucky, actually. That should speed things up a little bit. I think now that we have them, they're more likely to print as well. Is that true? I don't think that's true. How it feels to spread misinformation. That's literally just like gambler's fallacy, isn't it? We got another stone hatchling over here. I am actually going to relocate you to the stone hatch ranch with the stone hatch. Oh, look, he's drinking the brackine. Look at this. Look at this. He's got the lip sprit, hasn't he? There you go. He's hydrated. Look at this. He's got happiness 10. He is the happiest hatch that ever lived. I think this means we don't actually have to groom you if we're feeding you brackine. It's not a lot of brackine. Whatever, we're just pampering him because he was in destitution down here for a while. That's fine. Right, where's the other Slickster egg? It's here. We could incubate it. Do I want to incubate it? Possibly. Probably. I think it's time that we incubate one. 45 dupes. Yeah, we're actually... This is not the highest we've had it. We've had it like 60 dupes before. I think we're going to end up with like 60 dupes, because we're going to actually have a couple of dupes on each of the other asteroids, grabbing resources, geotuning, volcanoes, that sort of thing. And I'm thinking of printing a couple more. We've had way more in the past, but the game is kind of turning into a PowerPoint, so maybe we should resist the urge. Right, so we want everything to go in here. All standard and eggs. I always laugh that I forget to set this. So I think what we actually want to do is, I think we just want to dump them in here, because they're not actually going to be in a room, so they're not going to feel cramped, and they can just roam around freestyle. And there's airflow tiles, so I think what I would have to do is, because they would be making oil, wouldn't they? A random one. I mean, obviously I could pull the... I think what we do is something along these lines. We'll just let the people pick up in here for now. I think. Runs ending due to lag is sad. I hope for launching 2/3 of Neutron Temple Tear. No. We're gonna get a new computer. At some point. That's what we're saving up our money for anyways. We're definitely not going to end the run due to lag. But we may postpone it for a little bit. Possibly once we've done the Niobium volcano. Because once we've done that, and once we've done the Tungsten asteroid, I think we'll actually be all set. Wait, why are you overheating? Excuse me? When are you going to reactivate? 6.2 cycles. You know what? Let's just dump more sulfur in here. Do we actually just have like loads of sulfur? Can I make like a storage bin and just shove sulfur in here? Or maybe we actually just build more temperature plates. I'll just build more temperature plates in here for now. This is not a major issue. Yeah, I don't want any more runs to end due to lag. But this is the big run. Like, I don't want to constrain the run either. We will do shorter runs in the meantime. And also, because we have so many dupes, we can go at speed 1 and do most things at the moment. So it's working fine. Oh, I need to... That's not going to let us have these rooms work, is it? Is it? No. So, do I suppress notifications on this? No. I've got to make sure that whatever liquid is in here doesn't actually get in the way of this. Do I just want this to be mesh tiles? I think I do just want this to be mesh tiles. You know what? I take it back. We're just going to let all the liquids drip into here. We're not going to bother with this. Just do this. And then we're going to put the... what are we going to put up here? The critter pickup. It's going to go here. Could you please make an RTA section of breaking rocket walls? You know, I've never done that before. Melting the rocket walls. I think we should actually do that first in a run before I do a video on that. But we will do that at some point. Sorry. Was indecisive, now not so sure. Please redo all of this. Are you going to get repaired? I think you will get repaired at some point. Oh, we have regolith here that you can't grab. It's a mild oversight. Yeah, I've got a long list of videos that I actually want to do. Obviously, we're in fish mode at the moment for the videos. But there's rocket videos, there's... Frankly, I want to do a video about Slicksters as well. But I need to come up with a better build first. What I want to come up with for a long-term Slickster build is... I want one where the baby Slicksters drop in automatically to the ranches. Rather than using critter drop-offs.
Fish has been established.
It was established,
Fish
wasn't it?
has been established. You're right. Fish. Do we actually have any fish? We got a hillstream loach. We could do with actually topping up the water a little bit. You know what? We're kind of waiting around a little bit. Let me see what we can do. The fish are all down here at the moment. A load of random plants in my bucket. I'll tell you what. Give me a second. I'm gonna go fill this up with water. We'll go top it up. Maybe you'll see some fish in the meantime. I'm just kind of waiting for space travel. I realize you probably can't even hear me. I'm kind of just waiting for space travel at the moment. So let me top this up. I'll be right back. Might see some. Big bucket full of water. There you go, bubbles. There we go. That's special, isn't it? As always, my tip is always use water conditioner. This is the water conditioner I use, the AquaCare stuff. Yeah, they love water changes. It's a good way of cooling the tank down during the summer as well. But yeah, there you go. Oh, there's Whiskers. Good job. We'll leave that on for a little bit. Right. We know that's broken, that's fine. What's going on in space? We are here. We have found the organic mass field. This is mostly slime, algae, and dirt. Okay. Right, so we need the rocket to come home. Because we are out of travel range. There you go. You wish Tropical Paku could turn crude oil into petroleum at a 75% loss rate? Oh my god. That would be wild. That would be way too strong. Paku are already probably slightly too good now, especially if you have the prehistoric planet pack. Like, I'm pretty ambivalent on them in base game, but they're still a very efficient food source and lime source in the base game for very little cost. But with the prehistoric planet pack, they are worth so much because with Seacone Leaf, you can feed them for free. If you have fertilizer, you can just generate more food from their waste than they consume. So that's very strong. Let's set this to max 0 and then pick up Slicksters. There you go. That should do. And then, yeah. Then there's the goldfish, which are obviously really strong, as we're currently looking at on YouTube. It's just wild. Let's cut this off here. Let's have this go here. Right, and then we'll just have a load of free roaming Slicksters roaming around here. We'll let that happen for now. I think we're going to end up... Oh, we ended up with some nuclear waste in here. Great. Paku definitely one of the strongest critters. They're definitely stronger now that they've changed their diet. They used to eat too much food to be worth it. Now they're pretty good. Right, are you actually hot enough? You're heating up. So the issue with this is that carbon dioxide is not very conductive. So it's going to take a while for them to heat up, especially if the eggs are up here where it's not as hot. I don't really want to put them in a liquid over here, though. The temperature over here is definitely hot enough. It's just not very conductive. Maybe if we put another row of temp shift plates up here. Just for these guys. Like maybe, yeah, maybe just like this. Probably more realistic turning water to salt water. I think you're on the money. I think there should be a pack. I think the tropical Paku should desalinate salt water at 200 grams per second. That's it. I think that would be balanced because boiling hot salt water is pretty good. It's pretty easy. But if your salt water is sort of like room temperature, it's not great. Or if it's cold, if it like what you can do is you can dip hot tacos. What? You could dip hot tropical Paku into cooler salt water, and then have them desalinate it and heat it up. Like if we look at the tropical Paku, I mean the tropical Paku give the extra decor as well, right? But that's kind of boring. Who actually uses the fish decor? No one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you do something about dipping them in like a brine geyser, but the brine geyser would be too cold to start. It's more interesting than what's currently going on here. Anyways, you guys have had your fish cam because I literally did like a whole segment, so I'm resuming showing my face now, unfortunately. Right. Yeah, Slicksters are gonna take a little while. I don't think I'm gonna bother. Not using fish decors on me. That's true, you're right. There are a couple of extra things we want to do. So I did want to set up table salt delivery. Because I don't want the dudes just manually delivering table salt everywhere. What was the plan with that? I think the plan was realistically that I was going to remove some of these paintings. Which pains me. But I think that was the plan. Let's do this, because I'm not going to remember otherwise. That's what the day is about sometimes. It's about filling up the day with small tasks. Having a big task that you do, and then you have other small tasks that you can do in the meantime. Especially considering I'm actually using fish tank for IRL. True. I guess you just have to build in sort of like intermediate levels in your tiles and just have the fish float in there. I think that's the reason I don't like doing it. But maybe in future what we'll do is we'll have a base where there's fish in the walls, like there's a vertical column. But even then you're not getting a huge amount of decor from that. I think that's the reason I don't like doing it, is because it breaks up the 4-tile structure. Oh, look, he's all happy too. His body temperature high. But it's not that high. That should fall over time. I think. We'll see about that. You know, actually, let's put you somewhere cold to start. But not that cold. Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to leave you. I'm not worried about you specifically. That's fine. So, I think what we want is we want a chute. And we want a sweeper. And that's it. And then we can put like a... Maybe we can put like an aeropot in. Yeah, here's what we could do. So we can actually put in the aeropods. Because what we can do... We definitely have enough diamond for this, you're right. I kind of underestimated how much diamond we would actually get from this. So this aeropot won't have a plant in it. This one will. Then what we can do is we could put another one in here, right? Maybe? I mean, this one's got coverage over here. So I could put a chute in here. I can't put a chute in there because there's a port. Okay. I think it would have to be here. No. Oh, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Something's not right about this. We could do better. The room layout is not set in stone. We can figure something out that's better than this. Let's get rid of the phone for now. Because the phone position is variable. Let's actually figure this all out. You feel like long-hair Slicksters should turn oxygen into water? Ooh, that would be interesting. Yeah, I'd like that. Slowly, the Pepsi to Fanta transition continues. Right, okay, so let's put the mess table back. We do actually need the recreation building in here somewhere, and I don't want it floating. I know you guys are going to suggest that. Don't want it. Right, so I think what we want to do, so let's start removing that. At least we've only got one of these in here. Long hairs are useful for turning waste gas to meat. Nah. I'm not convinced. Anyone saying, like, you can always just delete gas. You don't need to consume gas to do anything. It's very easy to delete gas. Anyone who's saying that you need critters to eat gas, I think is coping. Correctly. Right, let's put the auto sweepers in down here. Then remove this. Are you too many FPS? Exactly. You don't want to turn gas into frames. That's just like not a good trade deal. What with these sensors? I think the sensors are in the right position actually. Look at that, we got some quiche in here. I keep forgetting that we're actually making decent foods this run. So we want the chute to be like here, don't we? That seems like the best place. Well, you can say the same about the regular Molten Slicksters. Yeah, but they're making oil. We don't have access to oil. Like, I guess if they're converting oxygen into water, that is something I think it would be useful. But like, turning it into food, I think is coke, because you can get food for free. Pacu are practically food for free. I'm not even talking about wild printing. They all look so despondent without the mess tables. I mean, kind of the issue I've got here is that we don't actually have any more room for paintings. I think we'll remove this as well. That's fine. Maybe it's time we just swap out the paintings for aeropods. The petroleum production of Slicksters is lackluster as long as you have the reservoirs. That's true. That's true. I mean, in terms of like, yeah, like they're very space efficient with the amount of oil they produce. And I guess we're gonna go so hard on the Slicksters because we don't have the reservoirs, and also because we want to make sure that we have loads of space for ranches. That was kind of the gimmick of what we're doing. But yes, usually you just make room for the reservoirs. Yeah, I think we're just going to put the sweepers in like this. Maybe like that. And then we've still got some areas for paintings. We'll fit them in where we can. Like here. Let's see. So that can go... Oh, right. That's two... Oh, actually, hold on. What am I talking about? That's portrait and a basic. Yeah, okay. Need to ranch 200 Slicksters to match the oil output of one oil well. Yes. You are correct. That's not ideal. Yeah, because we actually had two different versions of our sour gas or bust plan. We had one that used... Well, when we were originally looking at this, we had one that used oil wells, and then we had one that used just critters. And I think I established I wanted to do just critters because I thought it would be more fun. Not necessarily because it would be more practical, because, as you say, with an oil reservoir, I don't think the recycling ratio of water to oil is as good, but the throughput for the amount of space is a lot better. So if we were actually trying to maximize the amount of resource production on asteroid, you would probably still go with the oil well. But that's not necessarily what I'm actually trying to do on this run. The main thing I'm trying to do on this run is seemingly break my computer. Right, aeropods need to go in here now, apparently. You guys have voted on aeropods. We can put them in without any plants. They give 10 decor over 4 tiles without any plants. Is that better than woodblock? Yes, but the woodblock can get crafted. We do have plenty of wood. I'll put the wood blocks down here. So that's going to provide coverage over there, and then we need one more sheet. The annoying thing is this port. I think we can move this. Let's move this. It would be fun if industrial building could get lubricated for increased production or decreased power usage. Oh, what? You mean like the proliferator in Dyson Sphere program? Blimey. I guess you're not completely wrong. Right, here's an issue. This is going to be very annoying if we're trying to put a chute here specifically, but I think we can do it. This sensor is literally just to tell us if the liquid lock is broken. Cobalt should all be cold, so this should be fine. And if it's not, then we can fix it. We've got time today. Right, and then chute goes in here. And then that should be coverage for the whole area. Slicksters are better for making meat than they are for making oil, so if you've got more waste oxygen than meat. If you've got more waste oxygen than waste CO2, the long hairs could be a good choice for meat. True. Like you add some naphtha, petroleum, or visco gel, and you get a production bonus. Yeah, maybe. Kind of like tuning with the microchip stuff, maybe. We put the wires in. I don't know what's going on with these wires. It's just spaghetti. We're here for the spaghetti. I'm pretty happy with how this looks. It's not perfect, but it will do. And then wood blocks down here. I'm very glad we managed to get some random wood off of the other asteroid. Pleases me. And then, let's see. So, hot gate goes here. I made these out of uranium specifically because I knew the uranium would be cold. That's kind of wild. And then deconstruct these. Then we'll put the bridge in. So, priority 9, deconstruct that. We've still got the radiation vomiting happening in the background. Do you actually have enough rad pills? I didn't tell you to use the rad pills. I probably should at this point, shouldn't I? I hate the rad pills management. It should be set. We should be able to set. We should be able to set it so that we can actually select pill preference based on location and avoid this. It's just pointless micromanagement. Visco gel is so useless. Yeah, maybe that's. I think you've got to. Well, yeah, but visco gel is like the opposite of lubricant, isn't it? There's a mod for rad pills. I'm gonna be real. I might install that. Oh, the thing is, that's a gameplay mod, but that's how the game should be. You should not have to manually set it whenever they change location. That's just awkward. That's like a feature that the devs should implement. It's kind of like pliers. So if we're going along that logic then, if it's like pliers, then we should just actually install the mod and not worry about it. The reason I don't want to do that is because if people ask about it, I'll be like, oh, it's a mod I've enabled. It's like medbay. I've never done medbay. What's medbay? Also, right, in this case, so table salt goes in here. So where does that go? Table salt. Right, load that up. Then it goes into these chutes. So I think what we'll do for that is... Oh, God. Right, that one's going up. This one's also going up. I remember that now. So cut that off, cut that off. And then that could go over here. We can bridge this. And then this should be pretty straightforward. So that could go like this. The bear rail doesn't have any negative decor. And then shoot. Go here. And then this one is going to need to go around. Okay, we're going to get a little bit of spaghetti here. Sorry. Actually, you know what? I think that needs to go there. And then this one is just going to go down here. And then I'm just going to run it like this. That will do. No, that won't do. Oh, right. Hold on. Yeah, we have to 50-50 it. Will 50-50ing it actually work, though? Oh, I don't want to I don't want to have to put friggin' receptacles in here, do I? Do I? 50-50ing doesn't work very well with conveyor things, does it? Let's try it. I'm not overly happy. Let's try it, and then if it doesn't work, then we'll do something else. So, do this bit first. Auto-assigned to medbeds when wounded. I mean, they kind of already do that, but only if there's a certain amount of injured, I guess. Okay, well, hopefully this means that people aren't just running around and delivering table salt all the time now. So, you've got to do that, and then it's the payloads next. How are you doing? Are you hot? You are heating up, but it's taking time. You're 90 degrees. That's good. One could argue that we could just put the... have this be metal tile and have the liquid pour out. Is that a problem? I think it is a problem. We want them to breathe the CO2. Let's leave it like this. They're getting there. It's just taking some time. We're still just ending up with nuclear waste in here. Something's definitely happening. Right, yeah, let's keep thinking about payloads. So, Radbolts. Where are they going to go? So, we're going to put them here, here. And then we probably want them... because it comes from this tile. We probably want them here, 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 here. I don't think we need this to be massive. This doesn't need to be a gigantic amount of radiation like for the diamond presses. And this may even have ended up actually being too much. Well, we'll see. The point is, I can't put them everywhere here like I was going to. We can put more of them in. I think ultimately what we should do is we should give ourselves the possibility of harvesting it all if we need to. Because we're probably going to be sending a lot of Radbolts out. And then what we would want to do is around here. But we definitely can't negotiate with that. So I think what we want to do is ladders here. And then dig this out. I could actually seal... oh, this is still the exit to space, isn't it? I just want to seal this now. If I do this as obsidian as well, and then I come down here and seal this, we can just access all of this. And then we'll make like a little shaft we shoot the Radbolts through. The radiation here is still pretty high. Feel a lot like a lot more volcanoes should be explosive when they erupt. They don't want to leak faucet for copper. It would be interesting if they added metal volcanoes that behave like the niobium volcano as a variant. Like, so you weren't guaranteed to find a normal volcano every time. But it could also be kind of frustrating, so I'm not 100% sure on that one. Right, so we would have 4 wires going in here for this one. Because we'd have 6 along the top. We'd have 6 along the top, 4 on each side, and 2 on the bottom. So it'd be kind of like the opposite of what we've done here. I definitely could have made these ones stick out further. And harvested more radiation from this one. But that's fine. I would rather just have an even number of rocket things hooked up. So what that means is, if we're going to set up all these Radbolt generators up here, we're going to have 4 conductive wires running through this part of the map. And they're going to connect into these steam turbines. Okay, I can get behind this. We have the refined metal for that. The main issue is that those wires are potentially going to be a pain to locate. But equally, we know this is going to be the axis shaft anyways. So I think what we actually do is we make sure that... Okay, let's think about this for a second. Right, so this is the cool steam vent wire. We want all of the conductive wires to run out the bottom route. Navigating them over here could be difficult, but we've actually got a region here where, apart from like 1 or 2 wires, we can actually just send them all down here to start. And then we could probably feed them through the bathrooms. I think we could probably actually get this to work. And then we could just hook up a load of Radbolts here to the payloads. And then we could move a load of payloads. Like, a load of payloads. More than we've ever moved before. This seems like a good idea. We will definitely need some active cooling on this, though. And to be honest, we still need active cooling over here. I mean, we're not running these as much because we've actually been filling these up. But, like, it's bad. I feel like we're going to start melting things. Or not melting, but, like, overheating things again soon. Okay, so let's actually remove these. Because we're going to have 6 along the top. Price is a lot of radiation. Eh? Oh, right, that's the top. No! 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 That's a reload. We told it to demolish the satellite. Oh, cock. No, we're not letting that one slide. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Great, good stuff. Well, you win some, you lose some. I guess we're gonna have to do the whole cycle again. It's fine, we're padding out the runtime today. That's what we're doing. Yeah, you guys were lucky. Well, that would solve the radiation problem in the base. Yeah. Yeah, it would actually. You're right. Hog. Oh, I'm so mad. I feel like we actually did a lot that cycle. Yeah, that was 15 minutes ago. We've lost 15 minutes of our lives. How the fish doing? This reload is taking a while. Oh, God. No. No. We have to do all this again. Ah, fuck me. Well, now I'm officially irked. I mean, at least we know what we're doing now, but I'm still not happy. Let's see, wood blocks. And then we need the chute, so... Oh god, I've got to do all this again! Right, do that. And then I can go here, then go here. I should have made these out of gold to begin with. Shoot. At least it's quicker when you do it the second time, so you know what you're actually doing. Okay. What? What the heck? Yeah, don't do that. No. Don't do that. Do this. Then that goes there. You get the chute. So the chute goes here. And then cut this off. Goes here. We were still going to test this as well, weren't we? Right, I've got to do this as well. Nope. Other way around. Sorry, you're just going to have to wait. I'm not faffing around with that today. But this can go through here, and then bridge. And then we want a couple of different bridges. Here, one here, one here. I'm just going to put the bridges there. And then I'm going to fork it like this. And we'll see what happens. I'm not holding my breath, but like, I'm hoping that will be good enough. Right, so priority 9. Oh, God. Priority 9 the bridges. Then set you to table salt. Interesting how solid nuclear waste is in miscellaneous. And then we need the wood blocks over here as well. Right. Was there anything else important that I missed? Difficult to say. Right over here. Yeah, we need a chute here. We need to dump the eggs. I think the plan is just... Oh, God. That's not very convenient, is it? Oh, I'll just do it here. I'll just remove the ladder here. That's fine. You guys are definitely heating up, right? Yeah. You'll be fine. The 3 Slickster eggs are still here as well. That's good. Right. Priority 9 this. Yeah, just speed to it for now. I'll admit, the random nuclear waste is mildly annoying. But I guess we'll cope. Right, you're done. What about... Oh, right. What about the radiation pills? I probably forgot to do that, right? Yeah. This menu is so weird. Yeah, here you go. Perhaps I should have done that at the start of the cycle. That would have been a good idea. Right. We're going to end up with a load of extra Slicksters here as well. So this is actually going to end up being not just fossil, but edibles as well. So that conveyor rail is going over here. That's getting dumped out here. So all the Slickster edibles are going to get dumped out here. Because we're using chutes for this, I'm going to set this to edibles too. And then all the Slickster meat is just going to get dumped in the mess halls. I think that's acceptable. Maybe we'll fix that later. Right, suppress notifications, because we're not actually planting anything in the in the aeropots. They're just there for decoration. Okay, that seems fine. Right. Do not demolish satellite, okay? What are you even made of? You're made of neutronium. That should be allowed. You should be allowed to just demolish stuff made out of neutronium. Well, I mean... well, you know what I mean. It's because I did this. Yeah, it's because I did this. Cancel demolition. In fact, that should actually go here. Watch me do it again. Right, so let's reevaluate this. So I think we just want it to be as close to this tile as possible. So then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need 5. I think we'll just set this up to be 16. Oh, this would be 14 if we did it like this. Oh god. Neo, Ellie, you've made some silly decisions. Right, let's do this. Because we're going to replace that again. And then star map, you're on the way home. Good. We got to see what today's artifact is. It's probably where we're going to call it today. And then next stream, we will plug all of this in. And we'll set up a new spine of conductive wires going down here for all of this. I think you guys are going to end up in some silly situation here. So that is 12. If I put 1, 2, 3, 4 here, then we're going to have 60. Do we just do 16 because it's a nice round number? What's the radiation level over here? I mean, it's definitely higher in the middle. Let's just do it here. You know what? Actually, let's just do this. And then it actually at least lines up. Yeah, we'll just do that. And then we'll point these some other way. Okay, so we can at least start the conductive wires. We obviously don't want to plug them in yet, so let's see. So 1... Oh god. This is going to be painful. Okay. That works. So we just need to navigate these 4 wires all the way down to the bottom of the map. We do actually know where they're going to plug in. So I think what we're going to do, because we've got this little 4 wide window here, where we can just bridge over things. We know they're going to come out here. We'll do all the intermediate zone later. Because that's going to require a little bit of noodling. That's what you call it when it's not quite spaghetti. And then it's all going to come down here. Do I want to shift it over to the side slightly? You know what? I think I do. I think what we can do is... This wire here can be part of the thing. And we could actually put the deodorizer on that. I'm not sure why I have a deodorizer there at this point. I should probably just remove that. I don't think we need any deodorizers over here. Oh, we need a deodorizer over here to make sure the gas doesn't mix. But I think that one will suffice. So let's just remove that deodorizer
Imagine
at the
that.
bottom. Hello, Carrie, actually. How are you doing? How has Oasis been treating you? Let me give you a shout out, as usual. We have set up some Slicksters today. Well, we're trying anyways. Here you go. Must raid and run the kiddos. No worries. To catch everyone else up, here's what we've done today. We put in a Slickster ranch. We're looking after the Slicksters. They're getting groomed up. We also have this right next to the fossil hub for extra style points. But more so, we actually just have it next to the volcano heat source and the carbon dioxide vent. We're using the volcano to heat up this room so that it's going to be hot enough for Molten Slicksters. And they're rapidly increasing in temperature. Not too rapidly, but we are planning on just flipping over to Molten Slicksters because I don't think there's any compelling reason to have just crude oil if you can have petroleum. Let's definitely priority 9 this because this is the thumbnail today. So that's the main thing we did. But the other thing we're doing... So what else have we done? We have just hooked up some mechatronics in here. So we're aiming to load table salt in here. You do have to build this loader and a few other bits. But we're trying to get table salt into this room now so that we don't have to manually deliver table salt to all these mess hall tables. One thing that I do need to do that I actually forgot to do last time. One of these, or possibly two of these tiles could be a phone. I think it's just going to be one of them. We don't need 2 phones per room. So we're going to put the phone in underneath here. Thank you very much for the follow, Simkara. Enjoy your fishy or froggy emotes. It's a little bit of a PowerPoint these days. We've got a lot going on this save. We're in space. We have a Radbolt Rocket. We have 2 colonies here. We're just about to start setting up a 3rd colony here on the tree planet so we can get all the Tungsten volcanoes online. Which I'm very excited to do. Because we've never done the tree planet. We've never done the Tungsten volcano. But to do that, we're going to set up this wrecked satellite. So we're going to get a load of Radbolts that we're going to feed into a Payload Launcher. And we're just going to brute force it. The Payload Launcher's going here. We're just going to send the Radbolts this whole way. Because we're not exactly going to have a shortage of Radbolts. And all of the power for those Radbolt generators is coming from these steam turbines, which we set up because we boiled the whole... Right. Now, we should connect it to a spine, shouldn't we? We could connect it to... Oh, yeah, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? We gotta connect it to a spine, guys. That's why we set this up. Honestly, right, so... The thing is, this part of the spine is all full. We can't add any more transformers here. We have room for 4 transformers down here. So we can feed it this way. So I think what we do is we keep the wire going up to here, and then we run it through the puffed zone. That's going to be mildly annoying, but yeah, that's what we're supposed to be doing. So we set up the transformers here, and then we set up the transformers here to go to the steam turbines. Or here. Okay, right. I'm very glad that we remembered to do that. Because I would have been annoyed otherwise. Because the whole point of this is we're trying to centralize our power distribution. Right, so... Let's see. Right, so we've got to plug it in here. This isn't negotiable. These are the only free transformers available. So... That's going to be... Conductive wire is going to come out the bottom. Or, yeah. Conductive wire is going to come out the bottom. So, plug these in. Put some jumbo batteries in. We're always adding jumbo batteries where we can. So 3 will do. And then the heavy watt conductive wire, we can just make this out of gold, that's fine. It's gonna go here, 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 here. And then these could go over here. Now, we can just run this through the puffed zone. I think what we'll do is we'll... Okay, please tell me you haven't actually built all those wires yet. Okay, good. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually... Like, here's an easy one. I think we're just going to run this like this. Because we know we're not putting anything else in these rooms no matter what. So that's one done. And then the next one's going to go here, and then here. What am I doing? What am I doing, guys? Right, cut this off, cut this off, cut this off. Cancel these. Right. It should be easy enough for us to hook the rest of this through here. I want to do it in such a way that we can bridge other wires down in the future. So let's do this for now. We could hook the light up, but I don't really want to hook up the pump. So let's actually do this. That pump we're going to get rid of eventually anyways. That's just pumping the random gas from the map into the puff branch. So that could go here. That's number 2. Number 3. I think we're just going to send that this way. Just send it down here. You know what? This is actually a neat enough corridor. I think we should actually have the 2 corridors just be here. Let's make this all out of cobalt. Yeah, we'll just do this. So, I don't mind what the bridges are made out of. This seems a little cumbersome, but it should get the job done. And then, yeah. I feel like I'm not going to regret this in future. Okay, and then this one can go here. Okay, that was actually relatively painless. Good. The other thing is, all the consumers down here are plugged into a switch that turns them off if they aren't actually mandatory for the base's survival. So we'll plug those in there as well. I think there's potentially a few where we haven't been doing that. What about these ones? They're inputs. That's fine. Oh, look! These turbines. We have 7 turbines already set up. So what was the plan again? We're just plugging them in, we're not tuning them up? Yeah, because it's not a power plant. So, yeah. This is actually already set up for us then. The only thing being, there's supposed to be a steam turbine here that isn't here. But I think they'll be fine. I think we'll have enough excess power in general. It should be fine. So we don't actually have to even hook up these turbines. Great. What do we actually do with these then? Because they're not turned on at the moment. I just turned them off. Okay. I'm just going to turn them on then. Easy. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mucho activato. Mr. Potato. There is not a lot of gas over here. This one might overheat. I guess we'll end up with ethanol gas over here anyways. Then you're not running because you're full of polluted oxygen. Oh. What? I thought I did this. Have we been off-gassing over here? It looks like the answer is maybe. Well, that is a problem. So I'm going to need you to tile these up. We'll deal with that. That's fine. I'm going to start by just tiling them randomly, and hopefully we catch the blobs. I don't think we're going to catch all of them, but it's a start. So if you just priority 9 these, then let's have a zoom out and have a look. So we're doing the wires. We're hooking all of these up. I want you to do the conveyors stuff first, because then we're going to know whether we're actually dumping table salt in here or not. And let's put the phones back in as well, so we're actually getting the morale. Yeah, here you go. We actually also had a wire there already. I think we already had the phone there. Or maybe we used to have a phone there. God, my memory is really bad when it comes to things we've literally just ripped up. We do need someone to actually decorate these paintings as well. But that's not the end of the world. Alright, what we got? Again, we are looking for new dupes, technically. I'll take a construction booster. Oh, Sonya. Oh, right, the bottom dupes have landed. Okay, good. Let's see what's on the rocket, then. Show me. Show me what's in here. We got, bees? No, a saxophone. The name Pesquet is barely legible on it. Okay. We gotta go analyze the saxophone. Right, where's that? You're a vacuum in here, that's fine. Up here. I feel like this is not a task that's gonna get... Oh, wow, okay, it is getting done. Okay. Should we just follow Ruby for a little bit? Easier said than done. Here you go. Yes, let's follow Ruby for a bit. That access around the satellites for the Radbolt engine is still a little bit wonky. It's a lot of Radbolts. Are they shooting through the water fine, or is that actually an issue? A little bit of a convoluted way for Ruby to go. I should probably do something about this. I think I just need to put a layer down here. Looks like the Radbolts are shooting through, though. Maybe I set these back to 250 while the rocket's here. I don't think there's any way of me automating that. We just don't need to launch so many discrete bolts, frankly. It's a few too many. Steel production been going. This planet list is getting very long. I feel like perhaps this has not been the top of the errands list. Waiting for materials. Waiting for refined carbon. That is the slight issue, is that we should be getting refined carbon from here. But it looks like people haven't been making the refined carbon. Okay. Fair enough. But we do actually need it. That's why I got full of Radbolts. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, what's this conveyor situation looking like? Are we actually getting the table salt? We are getting table salt. Table salt. And then this is getting loaded into the tables. Good. So, looks like we've gotten a few lumps in a few different places, except for this one. I think the only way I'm going to know for certain is if I just monitor it directly, but it looks like it's working. And then I can set these to priority ones, because this is not something that should take up a lot of your time. You know, I think we should actually go through and do a sweep of all of the errands at some point, just to make sure that we're not wasting the dupe's time on things that don't need doing. That would not be the worst idea in the world. I think we fixed the issue on Barquero as well, so I'm not going to go back and look at that. How's the refined metal situation? So, we've used a fair bit of it just now. I want to wait until we've got 100,000 before we replace this heavy wire over here. At the moment, we've actually got potentially 15.36 kilowatts going through this. So, we are going to have to replace it eventually with a conductive one. The funny thing is, there is a reverse argument to be made. Oh, this one's actually got a potential load of 22 kilowatts now. Wow, we're using a lot more power in here now. Interesting. I'll tell you what, we must be able to suck the heat out, suck the juice out of some of these batteries pretty quickly. Pretty good about this. Hydrogen generators aren't really needing to run anymore, that's good. Neither are the natural gas generators, really. You got a lot of wire segments to build, that's going to keep you busy for a little while. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there's still the routing through here. Let's finish this. So, we need to send 4 wires through. Why did I think this is a good idea? We've got a wire that's busy here. Okay, well, you don't need this wire here. We know this much. I think we do still need to send it this way. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, at least it's a little bit cleaner than it was. Look, there you go. Super clean. Right, so remove this. And then it's going to be a load of bridges. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Iron. This wire, I think these wires potentially need to be separated. Are the algae terrariums still good for warming up cold biomes? Found a rhyme scheme like 40 geysers to start a new playthrough. Yes! That still very much is the case. The YouTube video is still accurate. Go for it. Right. How the fuck are we gonna do this? Maybe let's start with the easier bit. So, this region here, I think we can actually remove a lot of the wires in that area. So, where are we planning on sending it long term? I think it is just going to be along here. Just kind of visualize where it's going, and then we'll adjust it. This is 10 watts. I could hook that up to the same wire. But that's going to have to happen later. And that's going to go here. That's also 10 watts, so we can do the same thing. Okay. And then that could come out here. Okay, you made it all out of cobalt. That's good. Should help warm up so I can use some of the dino stuff too. Nice. That's the aim. This wire is going to be challenging. So I think we need to actually probably shift these wires over here. And this wire, I think... Sure we could really move that one. Right, let's have a quick think about this. So... I think we're going to end up with some spaghetti here. Good thing it's getting towards dinner time. Spaghetti's making me hungry. Yeah, it's intensifying just a little bit. There's a little bit of thought that has to go into this bit. We'll get it all built next time. Right, so that's that wire. Then this one can come down here and go in here. Okay, and then that one's going to connect through here. So then what I need to do is I actually need this one to come here, this one to come here. So that's going to go like that. And then that's going to bridge somewhere. And then that's going to go there, and then it's going to go there. Wait, no. Okay, so that's got to go there. And then that's going to have to go... That could bridge around here. So that could go up here. And then that could go up here. Oh, that's right. We don't want any bridges going through the insulated tile. But that's not going through all the insulated tile. I don't care about that. So that could go there. And this could go here. And then this could go here. I could go there. I'm going to cut those and make these ones pretty nine. Right, so that all gets through here. And it incorporates these ones. So... Oh, this wire still needs to get around. I think that is possible. We'll hook up that little detail later. Ultimately, it will all end up done. But... We're not going to get it finished today. I'm just laying it out now so I don't get completely confused next stream. And then there's these wires. This, I think, is going to take some more effort. So, possibly I'm going to reroute these wires here. And then we can spread it out a bit. Okay. But that's mostly where that's going to go. Wait, am I being a complete twit? I could literally just send it through here. There's no wires here. There's no wires here, and I'm not planning on putting any industry here. Would that actually be easier than this? I doubt it. Maybe I'll put something here. We could put something here, because we can ship this wire up here. I guess that's the question, actually, isn't it? This wire would actually stop us from building in this area. So I think I think I do actually want to send it up this way. Probably past the cool steam vent. Okay. Right. We're gonna come back to this another day. Because this is kind of hurting my brain now. Spaghetti overload. So cancel... Sorry. Cancel all of this. Yes. But this is why we don't unpause while we're doing these things. Because that would be very annoying anyways. Right. Yeah. Cancel all of that. I just wasted 10 minutes of your life. Deal with it. And then I think what we would actually do is, instead of doing that, so deconstruct these. So this wire would come out here. This wire would come out here. This wire would come out here. And then this wire would come out here. Yeah. Yeah. We'll just do that, and then that can just go all the way through the base, through the bedrooms, because nobody cares about that. Actually, we can do this now. This is way easier. So maybe we'll finish it off next time, maybe, because I'm not sure what exactly to do with this. The joke's on you. I was productive during those 10 minutes. Damn. God forbid we actually be productive. Right. Oh, look at that. Sick. Right, and then that can go there, that can go there, that can go there. Yeah, we could do this now. This is fine. We'll do the actual proper hookup tomorrow, but yeah, it's literally going through bedrooms, so this shouldn't cause any actual friction. And there's not going to be a huge amount of bridges. There's going to be some bridges, but not a lot. Yeah, that's way better. It's way better. Yeah, remove all of this. Get it out of there. Okay. I'm happy with that, because then we can just have this whole block as we want, because we're actually going to remove the Drecos at some point. And we'll put something else in this area, maybe some wind tunnels, I don't know. Okay, that will do. But let's actually get a shot of the Slicksters quickly. Why aren't you powered? Oh, right. Wait. What's this? Where was this supposed to even hook up? Oh, did I not build this? It was just supposed to go here. Right, okay, well, build that one first. And then we'll just get a shot of someone doing the grooming. And then that's going to be the actual thumbnail. Seems fine. I think this has gone pretty well today, actually. I wasn't sure how long this was going to take, but I think just letting all of the heat in from the volcano was the right solution for the magma biome. Because now the temperature is very hot in here, so these Slicksters should heat up eventually. It's gonna summon a rancher. No critters available. You lie. 2.2 cycles. 2.1 cycles. Oh, sod it. Alright, the thumbnail is not going to have a rancher today. They're just hanging out. We're just going to get them blooping. They're doing their best. They're doing their best to bloop. Oh, well, we just missed a cycle rollover. Oh, whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. Well, we gotta get the wire built first. So someone better be coming to build this wire. They are. Okay, good. I don't think we've had a fossil person thumbnail in this run. Yeah, there you go. Now grab all the crap. We should start getting a fair number of lava eggs as well. How long is it going to take? Yeah. An egg every 6 cycles. This will be pretty good. Right, we're done. Cool beans. You like to see it. I always find that for the thumbnails, zooming in seems better than having like a distant shot. Ugh. Well, we had a few mishaps, but nothing major. Right. Yeah. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys. If you're still here from Yelpga's raid or Carry Actually's raid from earlier, thanks so much for sticking around. I appreciate your company as we go on this monumental journey to the end of ONI. But if you like what you've seen and you're not already following me on Twitch, feel free to follow me. And you'll get notifications when I go live. We stream from 7:30 to 10:30 UK time. I'm actually sticking to that at the moment. That's great. We have a YouTube channel as well. We have all the VODs on there. We have a video about gulpfish, using them to cool your base at the moment that we just released. And we're going to do another video next week on that, so that's going to be great. Yeah, I agree. The distant shots, it's way too small to see anything. So close-ups are best. And there's Discord where we hang out. We post build concepts and memes and whatnot. Oh, there's Whiskers. Whiskers blesses us at the end of the stream. There you go. Right, who are we going to go raid? We will continue the raid train. Yeah. You ONI guys are feasting at the moment. There's loads of good people on. Right. Back to Twitch. Oh, look, Whiskers is farting. There you go. You caught Whiskers farting on stream. That's actually what's happening. Right. Let's go raid Damzel. Damzel. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Puns! Cool. Petrol boiler plus power steam brakes. Cycle 377. Yep, looks like DLC stuff. Looks interesting. Take care, everyone. And make sure to send fishy emotes. Bye for now.